Thanks for stopping by, everybody, to the channel. Um, we pride on being real and authentic, like our thumbnails say. The main focal point is to always help gain more exposure and notoriety to whoever we react to, which on this channel is musicians and comedians, and we recently started short filmmakers. I feel these are all integral things that we need in our lives at some point that make us happy in some way or heal us or educate us, what have you. Um, so just realize that that's the focal point to gain more exposure and notoriety. Um, Most of what we say here is unscripted, like 99% of it is unscripted. So it's really what I'm feeling, what comes off the dome as I'm watching something, as I'm reacting to something. But again, stay focused on that focal point of what our mission is to support who we react to. Just imagine if it was you, wouldn't you like support? On top of reminiscing, if you've heard it before or if you are watching it for the first time, there's still that one love. So, this is the result of a contest winner. Every Tuesday, we have a contest posted under our post tab, and we normally have one winner. But I tried recently to try to make it fun, so I put up a poll, a separate poll, and if the majority of people answered the correct answer, then we were going to have two contest winners this week. And this week, you all won. So thank you for everybody who participated to the poll overall. So we have two contest winners. This is the second of the two contest winners. So the winner goes out to the amazing, the awesome at Procaclef. Thank you, Procaclef, for your support. We're really happy that we have something on this channel that you obviously like because you keep coming back again and again. So we thank you and we're happy that you're pleased. You requested a song by Daedric. Sorry if I'm saying it wrong. And the song is called Wretched. And I looked them up because I wanted to know a little something. It says Daedric is an alternative rock and metal project led by vocalist and artist Kristen Hope, alongside producers Clay Schroeder and Jeff Rockwell. Daedric draws inspiration from the eclectic array of sources, including the open world roleplay game series Elder Scrolls. Oh, from which the Daedric name is derived. Interesting. I played Elder Scrolls for a little bit. I really didn't get into it because I play so many video games. I just didn't want to commit fully, but I'm aware of Elder Scrolls and playing of it. So it's cool to know that. Haven't heard this song yet because we don't pre-watch anything. We wait until recording to try to be as surprised as you might be if maybe you never heard it before. Um, so yeah, so again, let's make sure we support them. If you can buy their music, great. If you can't, please do the gift of free and subscribe to their channel and like and comment to their song. I have all the links in the descriptions, okay? So let's get into this and I will commentate more afterwards. Here we go. Wow, that was really, really interesting in a good way. Like that was, woo, first of all, what's her name again? I forget her name already. I'm sorry. Real and authentic people, but she was beautiful, very pleasing to the eye. And I love her garments that she wore and like the metallic fingernails and the makeup and everything like that. So just being honest, that's what we are. It's the first thing I saw. It was very dark and and visceral, and it really like tapped into your psyche. Sometimes when I hear a song, one word sometimes may pop up many times in my head throughout the song. So like with this particular song, like the word that kept popping up in my head is temptation. It felt like it was a song with that temptation of like of you're trying to separate like reality from like your darkest temptations and desires and things like that. And now sometimes this is just my personal opinion. Sometimes you shouldn't resist like your temptations. Sometimes your temptations should come into fruition. But then it depends on what the temptation is. If your temptation is some dark thing like go rob a bank, you should not get into that temptation. But it makes you wonder like what temptations do people have or may have that's deep in their cerebrum and how to address that. Or some people are just drawn to it even though it may lead to devastation. They may be drawn to it, but that's a real feeling. Like, we're not perfect, we're not robots. So I'm not faulting per se of having them temptations, because sometimes you just don't know. We're all different types of people. It's just a matter of if you follow through on the temptation, or if you realize what's good and bad. That's when it comes down to it, the navigation of it all. um I love the darkness to it and stuff like that, because it's alluring. And like I said again, it's realistic. Imagine if all songs were all lovey-dovey and hearts and unicorns and everything was wonderful. Like that would not be a realistic world. So there is a world that on top of all that I just mentioned, there is darkness, there is temptations, there is things that um enter our brain and stuff like that. And it's all a matter of how you address it in the end. Um, Now, keeping that in mind, I know that they said that they're related to or based upon Elder Scrolls. So, in video games is different. Like in video games, I love darkness and all that stuff. I love Mortal Kombat. I love Finish Him. I love all that stuff. That's different. But I'm talking about like if you bring it into like the real world, there's temptations and stuff that you have to be careful of following through on. Um, but you should still address them, because some things you can't just push under the rug. I might be getting too deep. I don't know. But this is my thoughts. And that's what you come here for. You come here for reactions. This is me reacting. So I'm taking it deeper, a deeper level, because I know there are temptations that people have, and some may be dark. It's all a matter of what you do with that. You should be able to know when, okay, I'm going to follow through on that, or no, I'm not going to follow through on that. That's all I'm saying. Um, like I brought up some lyrics of them, and one of the parts, it could have been the chorus she was saying is, release me, your fever driven craze, release me, devastate, let her scene guide your way into the bloodlust, it writhes beneath your skin until you beg it to begin. It breaks apart your bones, calling you further down below. So again, I mean, beautiful words put together, because it's really descriptive and metaphoric of darkness and how certain things can pull you down and strip you away, metaphorically speaking. Um, and that what I just read shows the severity of it, the intensity of it. Is not something to take lightly or for granted. But again, it all depends on the situation. If we're talking video games, I love to get as dark as possible in video games. I love all that stuff. But in reality, you need to know good and evil, what's good and bad, what you should and shouldn't do. And then you should also address things, because again, maybe there's a reason why you might be thinking such dark thoughts, and try to address it. So some things are like some things you maybe can think of them as It's like a help sign, like help, help, help sign, and maybe you should address it. Um, so there was a movie that I saw years ago. This popped up in my head, real and authentic, called the oh god, the Sixth Sense, was it? The little boy that sees dead people. So at first he was always afraid of them and running from them, but then they finally realized, why don't you talk to them and see what they want? And then realizing it was like a message for understanding and help and guidance. And then once you had that understanding, then everything was okay. That's what I'm thinking of. Like some temptations you might want to maybe address depending on what they are in your mind, because maybe it's something you need to answer. You know what I mean? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. This is where I want to hear from you. It's not just me giving you content. Give us content. It's that ebb and flow. So to me, this was a very cool song. I'm now giving it away. It was visceral. It was deep, on top of aesthetically pleasing to the eyes. And I just liked it. I said it. So let's just get right to it. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. I really, really enjoyed it. Now, this song may not be for everybody, but that's the beauty of life. We're not all clones. Let us know how you felt about the song. How did it make you feel? Did you agree with me on anything I said thought wise about it? Or do you have your own perspectives? Or if you didn't like it, say that as well, to each his own. So, excuse me, nonetheless, I liked it. If you liked it at all, support the musicians and stuff like that. The beauty of music, the way to convey messages and things all through song. I love it all. So thanks, Procaclef. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. So thank you so much for tuning in. This is Tazz with Tazzz N Philly. And like my hat says, go check it out on our store. I want you to take it easy and keep it breezy.